Mighty Sounds, and we are here with Softplay.
Hello.
Hello, guys.
Hi.
Happy and welcome back in the Czech Republic. It's a pleasure to see you again.
Thanks.
Also, I think it's your first time here on Mighty Sounds in Tabor. And my first question is, do you prefer the chaos or the festival, or you prefer the more intimate and sweaty clubs?
I think we like both, definitely, for different reasons. I think whatever you're doing, you kind of want to do the other thing. So I'm looking forward to playing some indoor shows now.
It's always nice to have variety, so yeah, it's nice to do a bit of both.
We like festivals.
Understand. And Mighty Sounds Festival is kind of known for its like DIY and punk tradition approach. Do you maybe still vibe with something like that, with like the punk core like bass in your heart, or?
Yeah, we love it.
You love it?
Like we started out doing lots of festivals like this, and yeah, we feel very at home here.
Okay. And what about the DIY approach? I think you maybe started with like most like punk bands start and enjoy the DIY part of the creating music. Do you still do that, or you prefer to have a crew and it makes it more easier for you?
I think, well, we need a crew for stuff like this, but I don't know. I still feel pretty DIY. What about you?
Yeah, like when we just do stuff on our own and do like writing in the studio and like just together, it feels good, but we're less DIY than we used to be.
Yeah.
All of our
Someone
best, all of the stuff we do the best is when we put ourselves into it more, but it does get quite easy to just like rely on a team.
Yeah, understand. When we get to your music, your album Have a Jelly, for me felt like more like a fresh start after the hiatus. But this April, you released like extended version of the album Heavier Jelly. And what inspired you to revisit it and expand it instead of like doing something new?
We had songs left over that didn't fit with Heavy Jelly that we made in the same time, and we didn't want no one to hear them, so we just thought we'd do a deluxe.
But they didn't feel strong enough as like a new album. They felt very much like the B-sides from the record, so we thought we'd put them out into the world and then continue writing in the background for the next record.
Yeah, understandable. And have you even thought about like doing like these songs on a new album, or it was just like straight like it's Heavier Jelly?
Yeah, we did, and it just felt like we want to keep getting heavier and harder, and none of those songs, the irony is none of them were that heavy, so they just didn't feel like a step up. They kind of felt like a sidestep, so we knew it made more sense to be a bonus or a deluxe edition than a new album.
Yeah, and you maybe touched a bit a question that I had on mind, that you, in my view, with your new music, you're kind of exploring like new stuff, and it's more creative. But for me, it's even more powerful, and I think it's even more like punk. I feel the freedom. I feel that you maybe enjoy it more. Is it like that, as I feel it?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we're enjoying it more than we ever have probably, and we found that original feeling with making music again, I think
we embraced our inner child, both of us equally, because I grew up listening to a lot of nu metal, like Korn and Limp Bizkit, and Isaac grew up listening to a lot of hip hop. And we had never found a way to get Isaac's raps into the songs, and equally like melodic hardcore and stuff, like where everything and nothing goes. I'm glad it sounds the way it feels, because we were just having fun, and it was like anything went. We were able to embrace what we liked as kids and make something new, like playing pointy guitars on stage rather than playing Fenders. Just being playful, and that inspired more creativity.
Yeah, I really feel it, the playfulness in there, and I think it's really important. If you enjoy it, people will enjoy it also. Yeah, that's really good. And I had a question prepared. If you maybe have some interesting collaboration on your mind, because I really enjoyed like the collaboration with Gorillaz, Slow Tie, and even like the surprising move with Robbie Williams that you, I guess, even didn't expect that that will ever happen. And I found it like really interesting. And even with the Robbie Williams, for me, it's like a big fuck you, like very strong message behind it, even though it's kind of fun and giggly. And was the process as fun as it seems, like working with Robbie Williams, or very scared of what may people think?
It was just kind of surreal, and it was more of an online back and forth. He just sent his part over like via the internet, but he would send us videos of him recording it. It would have been really fun to get in the studio with him, but he's so busy. So we were skeptical whether it would even work. It was all just, it's really surreal that exists.
Yeah, but the surrealism makes it like very like heavy.
Yeah.
And do you maybe have some other names that will be like on your like dream list?
Eka Vandal, Kneecap, Travis Barker. We've got a few things in the works, but it's really hard to pull these things off because everyone's so busy, and getting it done is a hard thing. I'd love to go in with like The Prodigy or Chase and Status again as well. Yeah, there's people that we always discuss.
Yeah, it's very interesting. And I also like your visual side of your artwork. Are those ideas yours, or are you collaborating with someone like specific on like music videos and all the like graphic design? Also, the Heavy Jelly album cover is very strong visuals that I like.
Yeah, it's all us. We always come up with the ideas. We have people that help us make those ideas a reality, but yeah, it all basically comes from us.
We'll have like on the last album we worked with Tommy Davis as like a art director, and he'd help pull together all the concepts we were coming up with. Like when we decided to call it Heavy Jelly, in my head the jelly was red and Isaac was like, no, it's green. And then we basically found a picture on Google Images that Tommy recreated, and I found the soft play font on like a font website. So we're always really involved in the creative. It all comes from our brains.
It's nice to hear that because I really like that. And this year it's 10 years since the release of your album. Are you satisfied? Which I guess really blew the doors for you in the music scene. How do you feel about it now? Is it still like, do you still vibe it as you vibed it when it was released, even though your approach may be now a bit different?
I think we're like older now, I think, and have moved on quite a lot from that record. It will always mean a lot to us, but I don't feel like I really like relate to it like I used to.
We were like 22 and 23, so if you think about what you were up to when you were that age, it's hard to feel really. Obviously it gave us our career, and there are still songs now like The Hunter that I think we'll always stand by.
Some of it makes me cringe a bit.
Like looking at old photos.
Yeah, and you still enjoy to play those songs?
Yeah.
Stage.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really like when you play like the very, very short songs in between the set. That's really like makes it like a comeback to the old days. Yeah. Like good to stay with those songs in your set list. And maybe a question in the end is, what do you think that today's music is missing?
I don't know. I don't know if it's missing anything really. I think there's a lot of really amazing music out there. I think you might just need to like look for it a bit more. But yeah, I don't think there's anything missing really for me. What do you think?
I don't think it's missing, but I miss the sort of CD culture, where you would buy a band CD and then you'd learn all the lyrics, and I still think people do it in their own way, but people don't get as attached to albums as they used to. They get attached to like a moment or to a song and playlists. I kind of wish there was more physical representation, and maybe in some, I think it's getting better, and I even felt it this year doing the festivals, just a bit more community growing. In past years there's been a lot of like, it feels like quiet animosity between rock bands. I think it's starting to change and people are a lot more accepting and open of each other. But yeah, I would like to see more sort of rock bands lifting each other up, and yeah, with the sort of the big arena acts are smashing it and the stadium acts, but that gap between like grassroots and then getting to there is really tricky. So more support for the
Underground.
yeah.
More reggae in the mainstream.
Yeah, there's a lot of reggae today and also ska music. I guess you will enjoy this festival. Hope you have some time to check all the bands out, and thank you so much for the interview.
Thank
We're
you.
excited for the show.
Nice one. Thanks.
Thank you.